Good afternoon. Today, the weekly survey by the Office for National Statistics reports that the prevalence of the virus in the community in England is likely to be rising for the first time since May. Around 1 in 1,500 now have the virus compared to 1 in 1,800 on the 15th of July and 1 in 2,000 on the 2nd of July. The ONS also estimate that there are now 4,900 new infections every day, up from around 3,000 per day on the 14th of July and 2,000 per day at the end of June. We just can't afford to ignore this evidence. Testing capacity has increased 100-fold. We have a contact tracing system. We cannot be complacent, and I won't stand by and allow this virus to threaten to cause more pain and more heartache in our country. So that's why last night the Health Secretary announced new restrictions on household contact in the North West, specifically Greater Manchester and in parts of East Lancashire and West Yorkshire. Our plan to reopen the society and the economy is conditional, that it relies on continued progress against the virus. With those numbers creeping up, our assessment is that we should now squeeze that brake pedal in order to keep the virus under control. On Saturday, the 1st of August, you'll remember we had hoped to reopen in England a number of the higher risk settings that had remained closed. And today, I'm afraid we're postponing those changes for at least a fortnight. That means until the 15th of August at the earliest, casinos, bowling alleys, skating rinks and the remaining close contact services must remain closed. Indoor performances will not resume. Pilots of larger crowds in sports venues and conference centres will not take place, and wedding receptions of up to 30 people will not be permitted, but ceremonies, of course, can continue to take place in line with COVID secure guidelines. These are targeted measures on social contact between households. And I know that the steps that we're taking will be a real blow to many people, to everyone, obviously, whose wedding plans have been disrupted or who cannot now celebrate Eid in the way that they would wish. And I'm really, really sorry about that, but we simply cannot take the risk. We know that employers have gone to huge lengths to make workplaces safe, so that guidance remains unchanged. I've asked the Home Secretary to work with the police and others to ensure the rules which are already in place are properly enforced. That means local authorities acting to close down premises and cancel events which are not following COVID secure guidance, and it means a greater police presence to ensure face coverings are being worn where this is required by law. We will also extend the requirement to wear a face covering to other indoor settings where you're likely to come into contact with people you do not normally meet, such as museums, galleries, cinemas, and places of worship. We now recommend face coverings are worn in these settings, and this will become enforceable in law from the 8th of August. We will, of course, study the data carefully and move forward with our intention to open up as soon as we possibly can. At this stage, we are not changing the rules on social contact nationally. I don't want to tell people to spend less time with their friends, but unless people follow the rules and behave safely, we may need to go further.
After what we've seen, can people still go back to work in the coming weeks and back to school in September?
What I would say to you is I do believe that getting our children back into school on the 1st of September, on the 11th of August, they're going back in Scotland. I think that's a good thing. That should be a national priority. That should be something that we aim to deliver. It's the right thing for children. They can be educated in a safe and a COVID secure way. We should be getting them back into school. And it is safe to get into a COVID secure workplace. People should understand that, and that is our guidance. If people feel that their workplace isn't secure, then the HSC, the Health and Safety Executive, is there to enforce it. If employers don't keep their workplaces COVID secure, then that's a matter that can be enforced in law, and we will come down hard on people who are not doing the right thing.
And quickly, what are your own plans for the summer?
John, I can say I will be working flat out, as you can imagine. Though I may allow a brief staycation to creep into the agenda if that's possible. Hands, face, space, get a test, self-isolate if you have symptoms. Thanks very much. I think I repeated that often enough. Good.